We we are inching our way closer to game day, and so I brought someone on to sparken it up, to kind of bring the energy to the off season, to get closer. It is defenseman Nick Grima. He's re-signed with us this year. So Grima, welcome to the 25-26 fuel season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, and super excited.
So first off, welcome back. What made you want to come back and make your return?
I think it wasn't just one thing. I think it was multiple things from just the setting in Indy and Fishers, from the community, the rink, the facilities, the staff, and then just ultimately the guys. I thought we had a really good group from the coaches to the medical staff to the equipment staff to even all the way to the people that are helping us at our apartments. And it was a good year. It was a fun year, and if I knew when I went home, if I had the opportunity to go back and do that again, I wouldn't even think twice.
And then I spoke to Chris Cameron about a week or so ago and just recapped the last season. I want to hear it from you now. I know last season it was kind of crazy. We had a lot of call-ups, a lot of injuries, just a lot of adversity. And but we made it at the end. Obviously, we made the playoffs. Didn't go the way we wanted, but at the same time, there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes that fans didn't know. There was a lot of things in the locker room. I know a lot of guys were getting heavily injured towards the end. So just a lot of adversity, but I want to hear it from you. What are your thoughts on last season?
It's again just to sum up what you said. It was a long year. It was my first, I guess, full pro year.
Mhm.
Coming from a year where I was at school before, and you're playing 24 to 30 games. Played that in a month. It felt like at times. But then yeah, just going to just the season as an overall. Obviously, it was a tough year for us. A lot of ups and downs, and we did figure it out towards the end against I think a pretty tough schedule towards the end, and obviously playoffs didn't pan out the way we wanted, but. I think just as a group, we came together. Like you said, there was a lot of injuries. Guys playing through it all year. It's just more at the end. We had guys having kids, lack of sleep. The beginning of the year when we were on the road for
Mhm.
that huge stretch. It was I couldn't even imagine people talk about adversity, but we got thrown everything, and I think everyone was there again, like from the staff and the other guys. We kind of stuck together, and we figured it out towards the end. Obviously, the result wasn't there, but I think um, going into next year, that's something we can kind of hold on with those guys that do return, and just know that if you think you got it bad, there's always worse. And I think we felt it. We felt it throughout the year last year, and hopefully we don't go through it again. But I think next year, if those kind of scenarios come to us, we kind of have a good understanding of how to get through it.
And as you mentioned, your entire pro career has been with Indy. How have you enjoyed playing in the city? You got an opportunity to play at both the Coliseum for a short time and then the new Fishers Event Center. So obviously, as we see by the picture, giant upgrade. Obviously, it's just been f a fantastic facility, but how has it been? Indy has just become such a sports town, and I think the Fuel can feel it as well.
Yeah, for sure. I still like playing at both. The Coliseum was great. It was obviously a different environment, and that was a lot of fun. But playing this year, especially, I think with fans waiting till at least January to see us, it was amazing. You felt the energy. You felt those flames when you came on the ice. And I think at a lot of times, especially during those harder times where we were having maybe a little bit of trouble finding some energy, finding some motivation. We really fed off those fans, and it sucked that we didn't get to maybe have the best schedule towards the end in terms of playoffs and stuff like that. But that was just another thing of wanting to come back and playing in front of those fans. Even like those skates after games and talking to fans after, seeing like, oh, this is my first hockey game, or we're coming back next time. It was really a great overall community, and just seeing people around even outside the rink and them just being so excited to come watch us was a truly great feeling.
And like you mentioned, we have a more normal schedule this season. Obviously, we have games starting in October, going to April. We sprinkle in home games, have a couple road trips, but more not those block that you're gone from October to November to basically December. How does it feel? Obviously, as a player, I think sometimes fans, it sucks for them, not seeing them. But like as a player, it's definitely a little bit crazier. And then also the one game that most fans could go to was that Cincinnati game last year, was a shutout, and you scored that lone overtime goal. So I guess, could have been a little good luck there. But how are you, explain your excitement for having a nice, knock on wood, normal-ish season in the event center.
I again, knock on wood. I think the game of hockey is just it's a game of mistakes and chaos.
Mhm.
So there's going to be crazy sprees, but yeah, like you said, it'll be nice to kind of just have that schedule where you can come home, even if you're getting home at 2 or 3 at night from a road game. At least you're sleeping in your own bed. Whereas like last year, we're sleeping on sleeper buses and maybe even the floor at times, and you wake up, you don't even know what time of day it is. But that's a part of hockey, and I thought that was one thing too. You talk about coming together as a team, like that long away stretch. Like you're with those guys every day, every second of the day. Maybe even brush up against them, sleeping on the bus. So you really come closer in those kind of moments. But yeah, I'm excited to see what another year of pro hockey brings. And like I said, I know there's going to be crazy moments and chaos, but I look forward to it.
And then lastly, what can fans expect out of you this year? You're out of your rookie phase, so now that we got that rookie title out of the way, you're going all out.
Yeah. I think had a good chat with the coaches last year, and I'm happy I got through that year. It was a tough year for like I said, the team, but I felt like for me too, not really know what to expect. It was a long year. My body didn't know what to expect. I felt it a lot at times. But just kind of bringing an overall consistent game. I thought at times I showed myself quite well, and then at other times I was like, I understand why I'm getting yelled at by the coaches. So I hope there's a lot more trust just with my game from my own end and trusting my abilities, but also showing my coaches and teammates and the fans that I have more to offer in a more consistent way.
Well, thank you so much, Grima, for joining us in the off season, and we'll see you coming up here in a couple weeks when training camp starts in a couple months, and then obviously in October in the Fishers Event Center. So thank you so much, and it's almost time for hockey.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for having me, and I can't wait to head down there.